Sasquatch. Afterbirth. Welcome back. That's right. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of March, 2026. I'm DSP, and it's the first Level 1 podcast of spring 2026. Hope you're all feeling well, and you're ready for some fun. I am. Welcome back to the show after a couple days away, which I know is not normal. For me to have several days away from my streams is actually very abnormal. We'll talk about it. It essentially was not fun, let's put it that way. I was away from work, but I wasn't sitting around relaxing, having a good time. I wish I was. I think I am due to actually have a good time after the crappy 2 days I just had doing a whole bunch of stuff, headache-inducing. We'll talk about that. But I'm back, and it's time now to jump back into things. I'm excited. Spring is here. Warmer temperatures are here. And some nice, refreshing springtime animations. So, I was in here doing a hell of a lot of work during my days off. Shall we just talk about these now, get them out of the way? So, basically, here's the deal. I had a couple days off, but they weren't fun, that's for sure. I wish they were. I wish that I was having fun. I wasn't. Basically, what happens is after a while, you have to get caught up, right? And I was backlogged on a bunch of stuff. I had a whole bunch of appointments that I had to do. And basically, I tried to get them all in one day, which I managed to get 2 of them in one day that were very hard to wrangle, but I got them. And then I had to work on my taxes, and I had a few other things to do around the house, all right? So basically, these last couple of days, did I get to spend some time with Kat and relax a bit? Yeah, I did, and we actually had a couple of nice meals. Like one day we had some Hawaiian barbecue food, and the other day we had a Mediterranean. So that was nice to not have to cook for a couple of days and to actually order healthier meals. Because we ordered the healthier takeout stuff, nothing, fried or anything like that. But to be honest, it just wasn't relaxing. I wish it was. So the first day was appointments day. So I was out and about almost the whole day, sitting around waiting to do stuff, and then doing it quickly, and then on to the next, and waiting, and then doing stuff. And I had to go grocery shopping and all of that. And that took up more than half my day. Yes, I was able to have dinner with my wife and spend a little bit of relaxing time at night, but it was pretty frustrating, okay? Then, yesterday, luckily, because I got all the stuff done that I had to do to go out to do, yesterday I stayed home, but I was literally in this room for like 8 hours. Essentially I was just doing taxes and a few other backlogged things that I needed to do, but mostly working on my taxes for the year, which it's a necessary evil when you are self-employed and you run your own business. You have to do your taxes right, and there's a lot to do. There's tons of stuff to keep track of. I will say this, okay? Most comfortable I've ever felt doing my taxes, because for the first time ever, I'm in a nice studio office setup. This chair is incredibly comfortable. I have 2 monitors. So I actually had my giant spreadsheet over here on my ultra widescreen monitor here, and I had all the data on this, and I was transferring the data into the spreadsheet and calculating numbers and doing all of this stuff. So it was a grind. It took a lot of time, but I got it all done in one day, which is good, because a lot of the times, if you're someone who's, followed me for years, sometimes I have to take 2-3 streams away in order to do it. And this year, I got it done all in one day. Not to say that they won't come back at me with questions and things, and I have to answer them and do more work, but the majority of the work that I need to do is done. So that's relieving. And now I can just move on and just play games and stream and have fun and not have to worry about, oh no, guys, guess what? I have to stop doing what I'm doing now because, I have to do more tax work now and this and that. No, I should be good. All right. So I'm happy about that. I was nervous that it was going to take too long and it was going to be a pain in the butt and I was going to need multiple days off, but I didn't. I got it all done in the one day. But it just wasn't a good day. You know what I mean? I'm sitting in here and grinding numbers all day. And by the way, it's warm now. Like outside right now, it's in the 50s, and it's going to remain in the 50s every day with full sun a lot of these days. So this room heats up in the afternoon. So I was sitting in here sweating, trying to work on my taxes. Good news is I'm changing my wardrobe. As you can see today, I'm wearing shorts for the first time of the year, and I will be wearing shorts pretty much every day all the way through into early fall until it cools down again. And then I'll be going back to pants and long sleeve shirts again. But for now, I got to go with short sleeve stuff. I can't. If I wear long sleeve now, I'd be hot. Right now, it's already 77 degrees and the sun's coming out. So it's going to probably be in the 80s while we're playing Dragon Quest this afternoon. So Yeah, I got it all done, but I really wish that it was relaxing and fun, and it wasn't. I need some time to spend with my wife that's not busy work bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like some time to actually go do some fun stuff. So we got to talk about that maybe in a couple of weeks or something. I don't know. Because the thing is, with all the stuff coming up, my birthday marathon and everything, it's like, well, still can't plan anything yet. But the other thing is, coming up, we're going to have some other things we need to do. And, well, we got to plan for that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes and go from there. But I'm glad that it's over with. With my coverage of Crimson Desert on Thursday, the way that I covered it on release day, because I played the hell out of it, because I got my logical answer of if I was going to like the game or not, and because I made my 5+ hour gameplay review, I was able to take 2 days off, come back, and the channel actually has done well. Like, the channel has had increase of eyes on it. The videos, if you haven't noticed, I don't know if you guys have taken a look, but the videos did incredibly well. The review that I put out has, I mean, I say it's a review, but it's more like a first look, honestly, because it's only about 5 hours of gameplay that I did. But it's got over 7,500 views and climbing on it within 2 days.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Congratulations!
The gameplay, of course, the part where I rip apart the combat and show how bad it is, has over 5,000 views.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
So, I mean, it worked pretty well. You know, putting that content out right before I had the 2 days off, people started checking out the channel in droves. I got a bunch of new subs. I got a ton of engagement. Of course, a lot of it is toxic idiots coming off of, you know, social media communities. You know, the sissies who all they do is listen to what other people tell them, and their favorite creator kissed the game's butt, so now they got to come and be like the White Knight Defense Force for it. Listen, as I've said many times over the years, it's very simple when it comes to me and my coverage of games in the modern era. I don't benefit by saying a game is good. I don't benefit by saying a game is bad. I'm honest. And that's why I have 18 years of longevity and why people still check me out to this day. It is a much smaller group of people.
You got that right.
But it's still a group of people who come by and want to hear my opinions on games just like this one, right? With Resident Evil Requiem, it was absolutely refreshing to see that a AAA game developer with a big budget still knows how to make good games, gives the people what they want, polishes the game, and gives us a solid, awesome gameplay experience. The best Resident Evil in years, super duper good game. And I was very happy to play it, enjoy it, and share that experience with you for about a week. In the case of Crimson Desert, here's a game dev that thinks they know what they're doing, but all they've ever done is MMOs. So when they try to make a single player game, they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. The game is not satisfying in any way the moment that you pick up the controller and try to fight something, and that's half the game. So your world is beautiful. Great, I'm glad. Your stories seem decent. So far, they did. The missions and the story seemed interesting, right? You had a ton of side content. Good for you. Horse riding seems good. Traversal, cool. Puzzles, not so bad. Graphics, honestly, I don't think they're bad. A lot of people are criticizing Crimson Desert for its graphics. I thought that they were good. But the moment that I go to fight, and the fight is boring or annoying, that doesn't solve a purpose. The purpose of a game is entertainment. If when I go into a fight, I'm bored to tears because everything is just hold a direction and hold a button and do auto combos, that's not good. That's boring. That's not rewarding. It doesn't feel like you ever have control of the character. I'm falling asleep. Then I go to fight the boss, and you've changed the entire combat engine. Now none of that works. You expect me to now learn certain special moves like it's a puzzle boss? What is it, fucking Mega Man? I need to know the boss's weakness in order to beat it? No, stupid. That's not fun. It's 2026. And that's what these developers don't realize. They took an MMO, they turned it into a single-player game, but they didn't change it enough to feel like a single-player game. They expect you to waste dozens of hours grinding, leveling, before you can even fight a single boss. Fuck that noise. That means there's delayed satisfaction. This is so boring and repetitive. Like, yeah, but do you not understand that every time we play, there's a new puzzle we're solving, there's a new overarching thing that we're doing, we're unlocking a new content, a new room, a new piece of, what? It's all the same. No, it's not. It's just that you don't have an attention span faster than, say, 5 minutes, longer than 5 minutes. You can't stand to stare at a game and actually have to think. Delayed enjoyment. Fuck your delay. So that being said, I'm going to tell you the schedule in a minute. It has completely changed. Like no more, no less. We did pretty much exactly what I expected we were going to do today. I'll tell you what I mean in a minute. To show you my full setup for the month, which for the record could change, and I'll explain why in a minute. Actually, I'm going to talk about the desk mat in a minute too, because I recommend that. And you might say, well, what is it? I'll tell you in a minute, because we did figure that out on the late stream. Fuck your delay. I want enjoyment now. Why? Because I bought your fucking game. He was too slow to enjoy turn-based games. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe one day you'll actually get an intelligence level and an attention span level where you can actually sit down and enjoy something that's a slow burn that makes you think. Not everyone has it. You know what? I don't necessarily think that it's your fault. It's probably your parents. It's probably society as a whole.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid.
So either you give me fun now or you failed. Guess what? Crimson Desert failed. That's its own fault. And tons of people agree with this point. They are criticizing it on the internet. There's a huge gap right now in what people think. A lot of people are kissing Crimson Desert's butt and saying it's great. And you know what? If you are okay with that combat engine, I actually tend to agree with you. As I said in my mini review, everything about the game actually is quite good. My problem is the combat. If the combat was actually satisfying, I might have actually loved the game, because everything else about the game I was very much enjoying. Okay? I'm really having a great time. But the combat sucks. And like I said in the mini review, I'm not going to spend dozens of hours grinding away in this game to beat a single boss, because that's not fun. That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my viewers' time. Okay? The game should have fun parts before you have to waste and invest dozens of hours. If it doesn't, that's a failure of the game developer. What have we been talking about is a big issue with games recently? Pacing, right? Take a look at a game like Crizzle, the other game that I heavily criticized a couple months ago. Crizzle is a game that when it showed you the game trailer, it showed a variety of enemies, a variety of abilities, and all this gameplay. I played the game for 3.5 hours, and there was only one enemy type. None of the stuff in the trailer existed in the game, so I rightly criticized it. And then the publisher came to my video and left a comment, you should play longer, to which I responded, you should just put the fun stuff first. Don't make the gamer grind away wasting time to get to something fun. You have to give me the hook right away so I know this game is worth investing my time. I'll put 100 hours into your game if I'm having fun all along the way, not if every 20 hours I have a moment of fun. And that's Crimson Desert. It's get immersed in this world, but every time you fight, be bored. Every once in a while, get a new ability. Then you can finally go fight the boss and get a feeling of a satisfaction. Well, I don't want to wait 10 to 20 hours to feel satisfied. I want to feel it while I'm playing the fucking game. That's why I bought it. I mean, to be honest, I think I'm done. I don't think I want to play anymore. You guys don't like it. It's apparent. You guys have been bored all day. I've been playing it now for almost 5 hours. I got high views, literally no support. Everyone's bored to tears of the game, saying the game is boring as shit. The combat is atrociously bad. Just happened. Well, this is fun. He can hit me through it. I think I'm done. This game is $70. This is a full-priced game. So if I don't get what I'm looking for in a game, entertainment, then I don't like it. And I have a right to criticize it. If you enjoy the grindy nature of Crimson Desert, if you think that playing 15 hours to unlock level 3 of the Palm Strike so you can stun lock the boss and finally beat him is fun, then good on you. Go play it. I expressed that in my review, that it's not for everyone. It's certainly not for me, but maybe there will be people who enjoy it. It's the good thing about life. Different people like different things, different strokes for different folks. But today, a lot of people are simpletons. They think that it's black and white. Either this game is the best game ever made or the worst game ever made. Well, that's not the case. This game is for a certain audience, and it ain't me. I'm not wasting any more time on it. If you want to spend $70 on a game that makes you play 15 hours to beat the first boss, have fun. Not me. I want some fun before that. Like, even some of the hardest games ever. Think about this. Elden Ring. Here's what I want you to think about. Elden Ring. The moment you start playing Elden Ring, you walk out of that initial starter building, and right outside of that starter building, there is a boss. Now, it's an optional boss. You don't have to fight it, but he's standing right fucking there. Now, I want to ask you a question. Is that boss beatable? Yes. It's beatable right there at the beginning of the game. Do you want to know how I know that? Because I beat it. I stood there and said, I'm not even going to leave till I beat this first boss. And everyone yelled at me and said, what are you, crazy? You're underleveled. You don't have better equipment. You don't have enough health. You'll never beat that boss. And I said, yes, I will. And I don't know why, because this is a FromSoft game. And FromSoft games have sound game mechanics where I can just learn the pattern of this boss. And it may take me a while. I may have to whittle him down. I'll beat him. And guess what? I beat him. It took 2 hours. But on that very first stream, people's jaws dropped and said, DSP just beat that insanely overpowered boss at the entrance gate of Elden Ring that everyone else ran away from. That's impressive. People loved it.
Of all of the things in the world that have never happened, that has never happened the most.
Why was I able to do it? Because the game mechanics were fair, the game mechanics were well designed, and it was fun to learn, adapt, and beat. Now compare that with the first optional boss of Crimson Desert. Impossible to beat unless you go grind for dozens of hours. You need a crutch to beat it. Bullshit. The game's combat fucking sucks. Deal with it. Now, I'm done with the game. I'm not going to play it anymore. And that means that I need to find something new for the schedule for this week. Okay? And I will. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. The truth is that absolutely anyone has a right to have an opinion and to play a game the way that they want and to enjoy it at their own pace. All of those things are true. Sadly, I hate to say it, in the modern day, there's a bunch of people who are just fucking idiots. And they actually believe that, like, they can meme on the internet, and they think that their memes superimpose over someone's right to enjoy a game or criticize it. It doesn't. Just because you have a fucking online social community of people who circle jerk each other, you know, the social rejects who sit online all day and all you do is, you know, meme, it doesn't mean you're right. It just means you're fucking stupid. I couldn't do anything. What do you want me to do? I couldn't move. I did one hit and I pressed dodge. He just stands there. What do you want me to do? Nice attack. I'm not trying to capitalize on him. He actually took 75% of my health. Dude, this is just awful garbage. Made by complete fucking brainless twits, and that you need a group behind you to feel like you're somebody. Well, I don't. I can stand out and say, I've been playing games for 18 years on the internet. I know what's good and what's not, in my opinion. I can share my opinion, and there's people who respect it. That's why I'm still here after 18 years. It's that simple. So I want to say to everyone who watched the content over the last few days, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I got a ton of people who shared with me that they're happy that I was transparent and that I was honest, that I didn't sugarcoat the game, or that I didn't basically say that the game was horrible, because I could have done that. I could have said, Crimson Desert's the worst game ever, and just over-exaggerated everything. But I didn't do that. I was very honest with the audience and said, listen, there's tons of things about the game that are good. It's just this one thing, the combat, that's what's awful. And I don't think it's worth $70 if you have to waste your time to beat bosses and things. That's stupid, okay? Some people understood that and respected it. And I want to say thank you to anyone who still sticks around and hangs out with me and understands that's where I'm coming from when I'm being honest with my content. Like, I don't have anything to gain, so I'm not going to lie or exaggerate. I'm just going to be transparent with you. But a lot of people don't like that. They don't want people being honest. They want to feel like they're part of a cultural movement or a meme. That's more important to them than actually getting information about something. I want to think how fucking stupid that is. You'd rather be ignorant than be informed just so you can laugh with a crowd. But you're the idiot. You're the ignorant one. You're the one who thinks something is true that's not, because you refuse to see the truth of the situation because all you want to do is laugh at something. So you're a buffoon. You're a jester. You're a clown. That's your existence in life. That's what you want to be? I mean, I can't stop you. You know what I'm going to say? It can't stop you from being stupid. Thank you to E.T. Moobies McNoodle Arms. I think you're trying to make fun of me. We had $2 super chat and says we'll be playing the Scott Pilgrim EX game. No, I'm aware of it, that it exists. We could talk about that. It's funny because you actually asked a valid question, but your name is stupid. First of all, what, you're calling me E.T.? Why? You think my face looks like E.T.? Okay. Moobies, I don't have moobs. Maybe I did at one point. I don't anymore. I've completely lost all of that weight. Nick Noodle Arms. I don't have noodle arms. Let me show you. Ready? Does that look like a noodle to you? You know, the muscle right there, does that look like a noodle? Now, it's kind of hairy and disgusting, but it is a arm with muscle on it. Now, I do have a skinny forearm there. That's because I have super long arms. Most people's hands would be here, but mine's way the fuck out there because I have super long forearms. My arms have always been like that, but I do have a muscle, all right? You may not realize it, but that's not a noodle arm. In fact, I could probably pick you up and slam your ass down. I could probably grab you and pick you up like this and slam you down. Nor should they. Parking Lot Tears, nice name, by the way. Like, I don't know that you're trying to take a jab at me. Says,
please, man, don't hit me. I'm sorry. Okay, don't hit me. I'm an alcoholic. I can't take it.
You said a lot of things you can't take back, Phil.
I'm begging you, please.
Ah, spring has sprung, everyone. There we go.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
And then Ditto will go and talk to the Pokemon. And will you craft and will you create this building, or will you make this a happy place for the Pokemon? Like, what does my t-shirt say? Feel the burn. It's Mario, of course. Had it for many, many, many years. You've seen it over the years, but I say, hey, it matches my outfit for today. So there you go. Okay, so we've covered a lot of topics, right? We covered the nonsense of Crimson Desert. And by the way, I want to say again, thank you to everyone who actually has checked out my coverage of Crimson Desert. It's done well. You know, I got a ton of attention on the channel over the last several days because of my coverage of Crimson Desert, whether it's the video of me basically exposing the gameplay for being terrible, or the review within only 2.5 days, getting 7,600 views and climbing is awesome. Helps the channel a lot. And all the people who commented, even the moron trolls who came by, that engagement helps the channel, even though they don't realize it because they're dumb and ignorant, but it helps the channel. So thank you to everyone who watched the Crimson Desert coverage, okay? I appreciate that. All right, so now here is the deal, everyone. Thank you for chilling with me on today's podcast. We have extra time. We're not ending the show yet. But if you haven't yet, please support today's stream. New spring animations, as you can see. Let's get support rolling, because as you know, when I play Dragon Quest, we tend to lose viewership. I know some of you will stick around, but not all. So it'd be great to get early support now, right? So that way, when we hit Dragon Quest, I don't really have to worry about it and talk about it. I'd much rather say, hey, it's a well-supported stream. And this capybara celebrating spring won't have to hear me yell about contributions and sound like a blowhard asshole. All right? So let's go. Let's get some support. Let's get some super chats and some memberships on the YouTube side. Let's get some kicks and some subs on the kick side. How about some tips via PayPal? Please contribute if you like the content. If you've enjoyed this show so far, the 90 minutes and continuing, please support. Okay? Why are we still playing Dragon Quest VII? Because I love it. Because it's a turn-based RPG from my past. I love this style of game. I'm really enjoying experiencing it for the first time. We're in the better part of the game where the story is picked up and we're using the job system to unlock better jobs. I am having a blast, and I love the playthrough. So when you guys say play what you like, that's exactly what I'm doing with this playthrough. So if you're saying stop playing it, you're basically telling me don't play what I like and ignore everything, you know, so stop. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, hey, Phil, you'll find success if you'll play what you like. And then when I play what I like, you say, I don't like this game. Why are you playing it? You can't have it both ways.
You sure about that?
Burner Bobby did a $2 super chat. He says, I weigh 250 pounds and look like me. That's not possible. If you weigh 250 pounds, you couldn't look like me. You look like old me, big bloated Phil. So that's just a factually incorrect statement. Winston Burbank did a $2 super chat. Did you see you're on the front page of Reddit? Dude, I'm on the front page of everything. Don't you understand? Because of the way the internet works, I'm constantly everywhere. It's just massive awareness for me. And people know it. Like I said, even though it's toxic, negative stuff by mouth-drooling idiots, it still brings people to my channel. I don't care. I got big views and engagement over 2 days when I literally wasn't making any content. It actually helped the channel a lot, or else it would have been 2 days with nothing, and it would have been dead on the channel and killed the momentum. Instead, the channel actually stayed like momentous. It had people coming, commenting, you know, and liking the videos and leaving comments. Even the people who dislike the video and leave comments, it still helps the channel. So it was all good. I don't care. It's like I said, it was funny. A friend of mine, all right, actually messaged me on Friday. And he said, why are you in a trend on X right now? And I said, well, what's the trend? And he read it. He says, oh, it's a clip of you playing Crimson Desert. And I said, it's this simple. All right, here's how everything works right now, because you may not be aware. It's just like on YouTube. No matter where you are on social media, it's all run by AI, okay? X has outright admitted the entire site's run by AI now, okay? So if you watch a certain kind of content, let's say you've watched a clip of me on X, or you read a thread about me on Reddit, or you watched a video about me on YouTube, the algorithm, which essentially now is AI run, catches your viewing habits. It will now look for more things of the same to feed it to you, and therefore it becomes part of a trend. So anyone who's ever watched a DSP clip before gets fed the next DSP clip. Does that make sense? If you had never watched a clip of me before, you would have no idea I played Crimson Desert or know who I am. But those who have watched DSP clips before get fed more DSP content because that's how the algorithm works now. Everywhere. It's not just YouTube anymore. It's all these social media sites work the same now. Okay? So I said, it's this simple. I play games the same way for 18 years. I play them at face value. Sometimes I rage, sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them, but I'm always honest, right? This is far from the first time that I've ever rage quit a game. I do it, not all the time, but I do it whenever I don't like a game, I stop playing it. Why is this so momentous that right now it's front page news on X or wherever you're reading it, because it could have been Reddit, who knows, right? Why is this big news? Like, DSP rage quits a game is not a special case. It's not like a big event. It's common for games I don't like. So why is it front page news? Because AI made it a trend, because it's trying to feed people similar trends. The AI is now deciding what is momentous and what's not. So the AI says, oh, Phil rage quit this game. And by the way, 3 weeks ago, there was a viral clip about Phil. Create another trend. And then everyone gets fed the trend. Because this person genuinely didn't understand. They were like, I don't get it. Why is this a trend? Why am I being fed this trend? This is stupid. You know, I don't even understand it. Why is this important? It's not. None of that shit is. Like, literally, most of the AI trends are not real trends. They're just feeding off your view history to try to feed you similar stuff for more engagement. Why do they want more engagement? Because they want you to keep watching and watch the ads so that they make money. They figure if you keep clicking through content you like, you're going to watch the ads eventually, and then you're going to make the website money, or you're going to make YouTube money, or whatever it is. That's why the trends are generated to begin with. Okay? So that's how it works. So anyway, yeah, because this person, again, this is not someone who follows all my stuff, and is not a detractor or anything. It's actually a friend of mine from back in the day. He was like, why on earth am I being fed this? Like, I don't even understand why it's prominent, why anyone cares. You're a gamer, you play games, you rage quit them. This is common occurrence. How is this news? The answer is it's not. It's not news. It's just AI being stupid and people being dumb, just watching whatever they're fed because they're ignorant idiots. It's not a big deal. Winston Burbank, I do have friends. You're just the loser sitting on the internet paying me to say I don't, but thanks for the money.
That's the ultimate code.